then I can answer them at the end of the session today. All right. Well, let's get ready for our keynote speaker. Everybody with their emojis, with their reactions, if everybody can sort of start clapping their hands, if they know how to work the emoji function. I'm super excited to really have our guest speaker here today, Anthony Ariel Wagner. He goes by Ariel. Really excited to have him here. He is a GCC alum, takes pride in GCC, loves GCC, and loves working with students. Ariel is one of Central New York's top motivational speakers. He's a husband and a father of 2 daughters. He's an author and entrepreneur and founder of Ariel Inspires LLC. He believes education is the key to opportunity that helped him make it out of the harsh and challenging streets of Syracuse, New York. An alum of GCC, graduating in the fall of 2011, but walking in the spring of 2012, Ariel achieved obtaining his associate's, later his bachelor's degree at Syracuse University. Ariel went on to turn his passion to helping others into a business. Traveling the world, Ariel has partnered with schools internationally as far as Trinidad and Tobago. Ariel has partnered with colleges, high schools, and organizations such as Boys and Girls Club of America. His purpose in life is to help encourage and influence students all over the globe to be the best that they can be. Ariel achieves this by empowering students with the knowledge that they, too, can accomplish their wildest dreams through education and sheer determination. Ariel uses his most sought out after keynotes, workshops, and book to transform students from good to great. He prepares students for college and also entering the workforce. Please join me in welcoming Anthony Ariel Wagner.
Peace. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. That's great. Thank you for the intro. Totally appreciate it. I'm so excited to be here. I'm like super excited to be here. You can see on the board, we got GCC. Let's go. Let's go, G. Yes, I'm pumped, super excited. Oh man, y'all don't understand how much joy is running through my body right now. Like all of the smiles, all of the energy. I can feel the energy, and I'm not with you right now, but I can feel it. And that's what's most important, man. That is what's most important for you guys to bring the energy this year, man. GCC was such an awesome experience for me. As you just heard, a little bit of the bio, right? I went to Genesee Community College. I'm from Syracuse, New York. And when I was on Genesee Community College campus, when I lived on College Village, man, I was involved in every single opportunity that they had for students on Genesee's campus, right? Before, we went virtual and everything due to the pandemic, we was on campus and they had like pancake parties. They had overnight parties where we was in the gym. They had bouncy houses. They had barbecues, cookouts. Man, GCC offers so many opportunities for students on campus. It was absolutely amazing. So before I get into my keynote, let's just give one more round of applause to Miguel and the rest of the GCC staff who put together this awesome event. Tanya Lane, let's go GCC. Amazing. It's amazing. So glad to be here, right? Let's just jump into it. So when I was in high school, I had no intentions on going to college. I'm just be 100% honest with you. When I was in high school, I was focused on trying to graduate high school, right? Because it was such a huge, important task for me because I grew up in poverty, right? I'm talking about Section 8, food stamps. I'm talking about in the hood for real. And most of the people who I grew up with, they didn't go to college. That wasn't our focus. So I was around these people and it wasn't my focus. So when I went to college because it was trendy. I went to college because the girl that I was with at the time, she was going to college and she was going to GCC. So I ended up following her and going to GCC, and it ended up changing my life, man. GCC was transformational. College is transformational. The information, the education, the networking, the resources that you guys will get at Genesee Community College is next level. I'm telling you, so much assistance, so much help, so much guidance. When I was there, I didn't know what to do, how to do it, where to do it, and why to do it. But I had this one campus angel who was my holy guide. I'm telling you, whatever I needed, she was there to provide it. Whenever I needed a shoulder to cry on, whenever I needed food, whenever I just needed a listening ear. Listen, Tanya Lane Martin, she's on here right now. I believe she was on here. I seen her on here earlier. Yes, there she go right there. Tanya Lane Martin. That is my girl. I'm telling you, she is amazing beyond belief. If you are on campus, even if you're not on campus, email her, talk to her. She is here for you, right? She might be there for you more than you there for you, honestly. Because listen, when I was there, she spoke life into me every single time I went into her office. I didn't know what a CEO was. And one time we were sitting down, we were having a conversation, and she just told me like, man, one day you're going to be the CEO of a company. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? What is that? Like a CEO company? Like, she had dreams bigger than mine. Her dreams for me were bigger than mine. And it was amazing because I needed that energy. I needed someone to speak life into me. I needed someone to help me. I needed someone to guide me, someone who was there, who was real, who was genuine, because I was going through a lot in my life. Like I told you guys, I just went to college, following my girlfriend at the time, and I really wasn't there putting my best foot forward at first, but she helped me put my best foot forward. She made sure that if I needed food from the meal plan, I had it. She made sure that if I needed money for books, I had it. If she made sure that I needed a voice, someone to listen to, I had it. So connect with Tanya. That is going to be a great resource, very reliable. Like she said, she's been here 20 years. I graduated in 2011. That's 10 years ago. It's 2021. It's 2021, right? So congratulations to everybody who made it to 2021, because 2020 has been rough on everybody, right? COVID-19, the pandemic, it wrecked a lot of our lives. It definitely made a lot of us step back, right? And we had to refocus. We had to regroup. We had to reorganize. And we had to put a plan together, a strategy together. Are we going to go to school? Are we going to go to school virtually? What are we going to do? What is our parents going to do? Is they going to have a job? Is, family members and friends, they're going to get sick, right? We had to do all of these things. We had to juggle all of these things in 2020. But I just wanted to let you know, if you are here today, you are blessed and you are a survivor. You are a survivor. So give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause. If you made it to 2021, that is no small feat, right? That is no small feat. So pat yourself on the back. Give yourself 2 thumbs up. Encourage yourself. Pump those fists. Let's go. We about to make so much of this opportunity in 2021, because here's why, right? The ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu, he said, the journey of 1,000 miles. 1,000 miles. That's a long distance, y'all. 1,000 miles, right? The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. One step. That's it. One step. And that's what about being successful is all about, taking that one step, because a lot of people, honestly, they won't take one step. Like I told you, I went to college based on following somebody else. All of my friends, they did not take that step to go to college. They did not take that step to transform their lives. They did not take that steps to get the information, to get the education, to get on campus, to experience a new environment, talk to new people, and just learn new things. And that is huge. That is huge. So if you are taking that step, that is awesome. Congratulations to you, because all it takes is one step, right? And then you got to step again, and then you got to step again. But it all starts with one. I'd rather you take one step every day for 365 days than taking 100 steps in one day, right? I'm going to say that again. One step every day. It's slow. You think the other person is way ahead of you, right? Because they took 100 steps in one day. So you might think you behind. You might think that you got some pressure on you to move as fast as them. You might think that there's some societal influence that's making you go in a direction you don't want to go. But listen, run your race, because this race is not a race against everybody else. This is your race individually. So take that one step and then take that other step. And then by the end of the year, you'll have 365 steps, right? And here's how you know it's true. Because every year, January 1st, it comes around and people are like, oh, I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to lose weight. And they're like, I'm going to go to the gym 5 days a week. I'm going to stop eating fast food. and they actually do it. They do it for 3 days. They do it for 5 days. And then the next thing you know, they're burnt out. The next thing you know, after they took that 100 steps and they didn't take another step, they stopped their goals. They stopped their mission. They stopped their plan because they got burnt out trying to do everything at once. And I don't want that for you. I don't want that for you. And if I know anything, Miguel don't want that for you. And Tanya definitely don't want that for you. She don't want that for you 3 times as much as me and Miguel. Like her love, her energy, her affection is bananas, next level. So understand this, 1 step at a time, over time, is going to be more than 100 steps in 1 day, right? And I want to give you guys a little tool to help you take that 1 step. So if you guys are taking notes, get your notepads out, get your pens out, because I want you guys to write this down. Here's why. Because after I'm done talking, you're only going to probably remember about 30% of what I said, right? We're humans. Our brains only work so much. So there's only so much we can do. There's only so much we can remember up in this memory card right here, right? So I want you to write this down, because if you listen to it, you get 30% retention, right? If you listen to it and write it down, you get 60% retention. Okay, that's a little bit below average. That's a D, right? But I'm about to take you to the next level. I don't want you to get a D. I want you to get an A. So I'm about to take you to the next level, right? So you listen, 30%. Listen and write it down, 60%. Listen, write it down, and teach it to somebody else, 90%, right? Next level. We just jumped from a D to an A. We just went from a D to an A. We just jumped like 3 letter grades. We skipped C, we skipped B. We all the way at an A now, right? So listen, write it down, and teach it to someone else. And I know what you're thinking. How do I teach it to somebody else? Cool. I'm going to give you a strategy right here for you to teach it to somebody else. Go on Facebook, go on Instagram, call your parents, call your cousins, call your best friend, text message your best friend, go in your family group chat, whatever you got, and just say, hey, I wanted to share with you guys what I learned today at virtual orientation. And then you tell them what I'm about to tell you right now. And that's how you teach it to someone else. You just share information. You can share it on Facebook, just make a post and say, hey, look what I learned today. And just write this down, right? So what we're going to learn is SMART goals. Here we're going to learn SMART goals. And write in the chat, type 1-1 if you ever heard of a SMART goal. Type 1-1 if you ever heard of a SMART goal. Let's see how many people heard of SMART goals. Can I get to the chat? Participants. Okay, we got 2 people who heard of SMART goals. Awesome. Awesome. That's amazing. So for everybody else who don't know what a SMART goal is, it's an acronym. SMART is an acronym, right? And the S stands for specific, right? Make your goals specific. Make them clear, because when you have a clear goal, when you have a specific goal, it can help you create a plan and strategize around that plan, right? So we want this thing to be specific. So if you want to get grades, don't just say, I want to get good grades. Let's be a little bit more specific. Do you want to get a B? Do you want to get an A, right? Let's make this thing clear so we know what we're aiming for when we go out and we try to accomplish this goal. M is for measurable, right? If you can't measure it, you can't manage it. So you got to make sure you can measure it. How are you going to get this A? Are you going to spend more time with a tutor? Are you going to spend less time watching TV? Are you going to spend less time on social media? Are you going to spend more time with a mentor or a coach, a family member, or a friend who can help you in that area? Are you going to create a peer-to-peer study group so you guys can share notes, share experiences, share what you learned, right? How are we going to measure this goal? So we're going to write down, how are we going to measure this goal? Then that's S, M, we're going to do A. A is for action, right? What actions are you going to take, right? What actions are you going to do? Are you going to go to the library? Are you going to meet with the tutor, right? We got to make sure that we're taking action towards this goal. Are we going to go to sleep earlier so we can be well rested for that test? Are we going to wake up a little bit early and study for the test, right? What actions are we going to take during this semester, whether you guys are virtually or non-virtually? I'm not sure how many people are on campus. If you are on campus, are you going to, make it to the library, make it to class just a little bit to study, right? Then the R, right? The R is for relevant. Relevant. How is this goal relevant to you? How is this goal relevant to you? What does it mean to you? What will it mean to you if you get an A? What will it mean to you if you graduate from Genesee Community College? Will you be a role model to your younger brothers and sisters or your peers? Will you make your parents smile when they see you walk across that stage? What will it do for you, the individual? How will it make you feel to know that you went through your journey and you were able to overcome all your obstacles and all of your hurdles in order to make it to the graduation, right? Relevant. How is it relevant to you? Why? Because this is going to be your motivation. This is going to be your meaning. When you feel down, when you feel out, when you feel like it's not working, when you feel like giving up, I need you to remember your why. I'm gonna need you to remember your relevance. What is this relevant to you? What does it mean to you, right? And I need you to put your future over your feelings. Write that down too. Put your future over your feelings, because it's gonna get tough. It's gonna get hard, but I need you guys to anchor. I need you guys to lock down. I need you guys to lock in and focus and understand that this is just, they're going to take you to the next level. So you don't want to put yourselves back. You don't want to self-sabotage yourself. And if you feel like it's too much pressure, take a step back. It's okay to reset. It's okay to take a step back, rethink, refocus, talk to Tanya, talk to a family member or friend who can help you out and to help you refocus and reshift your mindset so that you can, when you come back, you're ready to focus, you're ready to lock in, you're ready to take on all of those challenges, right? And the last one is T. Put the time on it, time-based, because the time helps you create that little bit of pressure that's going to take you to the next level. So we need a little bit of pressure to push us. Why? Because pressure makes diamonds. No pressure, no diamond. And we want you guys to shine. We want you guys to be diamonds. We want you guys to be amazing. So put a time limit on it. If you're going to get better grades, when do you want to get these better grades? Do you want to see a weekly progress report? Do you want to get an A at the end of the semester? Do you want to have an A by mid-semester so you can see what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong and see how you can do better, right? Put a time limit on your goals just to give you that little bit of pressure so you guys can use that pressure to take you to the next level. Again, pressure makes diamonds. You are a diamond. You are special. You are talented. You are unique. Let that pressure mold you. Let that pressure shift you. Let it make you. Let it push you to your goals, right? Let it push you to your goals, okay? So time is almost up. We're going to get into Q&A in a little bit. I just wanted to share this one more quote with you guys before we get into Q&A. If you guys don't have any questions, we can, we could continue on with just some student success tips during a pandemic, because we're in a pandemic and we have to acknowledge what's going on around us, because when we acknowledge it, we can deal with it. When we acknowledge it, we can deal with it, right? We don't want to resist it. Write this down too, because what you resist persists, right? One more time. What you resist persists. I know you want to close your eyes, you want to close your ears, you don't want to hear it, you don't want to see it, right? It's tough. I get it. I know it's hard. I went to Genesee Community College. I was on that campus. I was in that classroom when we had a test. It was pressure. I was in the student union where there was activities going on and some kids was being bullied and some kids, felt like they didn't belong. I was around that pressure, right? I was there on that campus. I went to college. I know what it's like. And here's the thing, you're going to get that experience as well. You're going to get that pressure too. If you probably already didn't get it in high school, you know what it's like. You know what it's like. So I want you guys to understand, what you resist persists. So don't resist the challenge. Don't run from the challenge. Don't try to hide from the challenge. Take the challenge head on. Run to it and run through it and use that power inside of you, which you have. You have everything you need right inside of you, right here. You don't have to look there. You don't have to go there. You don't have to dive 3,000 miles under the sea. You don't have to go way over to Africa and climb the Egyptian mountains. You don't have to do that. Everything that you need is right there inside of you, right here. So I need you guys to pull it out when it matters most, so you can be the best that you can be. It's all right here. I promise you. You have everything you need. You are in the perfect position at the perfect time. Again, you are in the perfect position at the perfect time. This is your time right here, right now. Virtual orientation, Genesee Community College with my boy Miguel, with Tanya Lane Martin. I'm telling you, it's going to be special. It's going to be special, but nothing changes unless you change. Nothing changes unless you change. All right. So be the change you want to see. And remember, no candle loses its flame from lighting another. Right. So make sure you help somebody, lift somebody up, because it's only going to make the room brighter, baby. It's only going to make the room brighter. So listen, all you guys on virtual orientation, if you can, get each other's emails, get each other's Facebooks, and just say what's up to each other and say, hey, I was on the virtual orientation. We saw that ugly speaker speaking, running his mouth the whole time, right? Y'all can say all of that and just make friends. Make friends. Use the college for the resources it has. Network. These people here on this video think like you. They think like you. Why? Because they're here with you right now. They're here with you right now. So take this opportunity to email each other, let each other know, hey, I was on. What did you like about the presentation? What didn't you like? What are you worried about at GCC? How do you think GCC is going to help you transform, right? Just ask each other questions, get to know each other. Do you like sports? Do you like cookies? I like sweets. I love ice cream. I love all the sweet stuff. My wife loved all of the salty stuff. She loved the salty stuff. She Caribbean. She can cook her butt off. She loved all of the salty stuff. I love the salty stuff too. But after the salty stuff, I got to get the sweet stuff. I got to get the sweet stuff. Right? So get to know each other. Ask each other questions. I'm not saying y'all got to go out and be best friends and talk to each other every day. That's up to you. Hopefully you make a best friend. I made a best friend. Her name is Tanya Lane Martin, and she's here today. Right? So get to know each other. Get to know Tanya. And if you have any questions, let's get into the questions. And that's all, Miguel. Let's see what they got, if they got any questions.
Let's quickly give, oh my God, Ariel, a round of applause, whether through the reaction or, oh my God, thank you so much. Wow. I'm like, I have goosebumps. Like, I really do have goosebumps. I'm like, I'm ready to take on the world, Ariel. Like, this is what, I don't know if this was meant for me or what, but I'm ready to take the world here. Yeah, let's get into some questions. Students who are here are in our virtual orientation. You have a GCC alum, someone who's made it, someone who's experienced it. What questions do you have? What questions do you have in order to know how to move forward with certain things, or even the application base, a SMART module, right? What do you want to know about it? Please use a chat function or unmute yourself and let's talk to Ariel for a little bit.
No bad questions. No bad questions. So I'm here to answer all you guys' questions. I'm here to help you out. So let me know anything you guys going through, but school related. I'm here to give you guys the best advice that I can.
As they're thinking about it, it's so good to see you. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How you doing?
Good. And I think it's so important that everybody understands that we just don't want you to give up. And it is so easy at times. I love your message because your message is you will want to run away. There are times when you're going to want to, not listen and not see what's in front of you. And it gets so challenging. And what I love about your message is you've got to push through. You have to move forward. And if you need to talk to me to do that, or you need to talk to Miguel or maybe a counselor here on campus, all of those things are available to you. But the other really important message I heard from you was you've got to ask. You've got to ask. Please use your resources. And I'm a resource. Everyone here is a resource. And you're absolutely correct. I love, love, love your message. And of course, I love you. And I miss you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I totally appreciate it.
You did a wonderful job. And so please, everyone, ask questions. I did see that in the chat, one young man, did you see what Jerusalem said?
Let me go to the chat.
He's from Buffalo. Are you on the call?
Jerusalem, hey, how you doing? All right, it says, hi, Brother Ariel. I live in Buffalo, and I'm so excited to see your message. I listen to Brother Josh podcast every Sabbath. I love to hear the principle of positivity in each lesson. Thanks for coming. I had no idea you came from the same college as me. Wow, that is amazing. Wow, that is mind-blowing. Such a small world. Peace, Brother Jerusalem. That's crazy. I did not know you listened to the Sabbath lessons every Saturday. That's super cool. That's super cool. We definitely got to connect. So if you have like an email or something that you'd like to share, put it in the chat. I would love to email you and talk to you a little bit further. That's awesome, man. So glad we can connect. Small world, GCC. Thank you, GCC, for this opportunity, because I got to meet somebody who I share a church with right here. So that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, next question is Aiden. Aiden, did you go to college beyond GCC? Yes, I did. I went to Syracuse University after Genesee Community College. Yep. Syracuse University at the Genesee Community College. So I bleed orange. I was going to put orange up here with the let's go. I was going to use orange, but I was like, I don't know if I should use orange. GCC colors is blue and yellow. So I couldn't have yellow, so I just went with green. Everybody like green. Everybody like money. So I went with the green. But yes, I did go to college beyond Genesee Community College, Syracuse University. Any other questions? Anybody want to unmute themselves and hop on? I think Miguel said you guys have the freedom to hop on as well, right?
Yeah, they do. Another question here. What was your major going through GCC?
Oh, that's a great question because I started off as I wanted to be an accountant, right? I wanted to be an accountant, but I went to GCC with such bad grades that I had to do like all of like the first semester classes. So when I got into my accounting classes, it was way too hard. I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I doing? So long story short, I ended up graduating Genesee Community College with a degree in liberal arts. And then I went to Syracuse University, got my bachelor's degree in child and family studies. So that's where I got my love for helping people and serving people. And I'm super appreciative for my experiences at GCC and Syracuse University. Let's go back to the chat. Oh, it's another question too. Let me check.
Yep. How long did it take you to get through college?
Okay. Genesee was 5 semesters because I ended up, like I said, with that CPA, when I got into those classes, I ended up failing that semester. So I was a semester behind, but I finished up Genesee Community College in 5 semesters, and then I finished Syracuse University in 5 semesters as well. So I was in college for like a good five years. Oh yeah, I think I took a semester off as well because my wife had gotten pregnant and we was having a baby. So I took a semester off at Syracuse University as well. But then I went back, got my degree. I made sure I finished. So total about 6 years to finish 2 degrees. 5-6 years. Not bad for somebody from the hood, right?
And I also want to mention you met your wife here, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, 100%. 100%. I did. Awesome. And she's actually here. She says, hi, Tanya. So, yes, we did. Okay. How long did it take to get to college? Any advice for incoming freshmen, especially the ones that are far from home? Okay. So for all of you guys that are far from home, it's going to be super important, right, that you get a support group, right? And what's going to be even more important is that you're the one that's going to have to create the support group, right? Because people who are closer to their families have the support group. So you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone slowly but surely and just reach out to people, let people know like, hey, get to know people, how you doing, tell them about yourself, and make a lot of friends, because when that time comes and you need that support, you're going to have to depend on those who are close to you. And, make sure you stay in touch with your family as well. Make sure you stay in touch with your family. Keep busy. Go to all the virtual events. Make friends. And also keep a journal. Keep a journal of like your personal feelings, of how you feel throughout the day, how you feel throughout the semester, just to make sure you keep yourself grounded and understand that this is just one step in your journey. You guys are going to have so much more opportunity. So just make sure, you make friends, right? 1, make friends, introduce yourself, put yourself out there. 2, get in touch with Tanya immediately. That might be number 1. But then, keep in touch with family, friends, create group chats, and keep a journal. Keep a journal just in case, you got to let some things off, get it off your mind, get it onto paper, so then you can analyze it and help you deal with the situation at hand. It's going to be super important. And for all you guys who are far away from home, congratulations to you for taking that step and getting out of your comfort zone and coming a far ways to further your education. That is awesome. That is nothing light. You are amazing. Continue to be the best that you can be. There's another question.
Did you belong to any GCC clubs?
That is one of my actual regrets of something I did not do at GCC. Well, me and Tanya created a club, but I don't know if that counts. But I wish I did belong to like, I don't know if you have an African American Student Union or International Student Union or some type of intramural basketball club or sports club. Take advantage of all of the clubs. Look at the website, go through, see what clubs there are, and just try some. Just try some. I wish I would have just tried some, but I didn't. And I wish I really did, because it's great networking. It's great networking. You never know when you're going to need somebody, or when that time comes, you're never going to know who knows you, right? It might be somebody who you in a club with 5 years later. They might have a job and they can help you get a job. So network, use these clubs. If you don't like them, you don't have to stay, right? So try them out. Try them out. Try about 2, 3 clubs just to see how they are, and network. Use them to your advantage. I'm telling you, it's super important. I was always in the student union, so I don't know if that's a club, but I definitely networked and made a lot of friends. So you guys network, use them clubs to your advantages.
Just a quick shameless plug. Our SEI site has all the clubs listed, all the advisors with each associated club. Please reach out to the advisors if you want to join. If you don't see a club that's up there that you're interested in, you can make one yourself as well. There's a process to it, but if you don't see something that is of interest to you and you want to start up a club or organization, reach out to me. I can help you with the process. There is a bit of a process to it, but it's a great way for you to make sure that you're keeping up with your interests, but also a huge resume builder. Imagine being a founder of a club or organization. Right? That's powerful. So just keep that in mind. Cause I just wanted to plug that in there for that question.
Yeah, that's a great plug. No shame in your game. That's a great plug. I wish I would did something like that. That's a resume booster, man. That is a resume booster for sure. For sure. So take advantage of that opportunity as well. Create the Chinese food cooking club. If you love Chinese food, you never know. You never know. Asian food.
That's right. That's right. All right. So we have time for one more question. One last question. Any last taker here? Put it in the chat or unmute yourself. You can ask any question you like.
If there's no questions, I just want to tell everybody you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook as well, at Ariel Inspires. We can connect there, and I'm going to be posting stuff on YouTube as well. Follow me on YouTube. I'm going to be doing success principles, teaching you guys different things and strategies that you can use to be successful in college and outside of college. So follow me on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram under Ariel Inspires.